Some people say that right here in Warren County in Oakland, Kentucky, it used to be the strawberry capital of the world.
And so we're right here at Dot Strawberries with Merritt and Lindsay Blevins, and we're going to meet with them and learn more about their strawberries. And I know Kristin's going to take these and make a delicious
Very berry salsa recipe that's out of this world.
So let's go find Lindsay and Merritt. Hey Merritt and Lindsay,
Hi.
thanks for
How
having
you
us
doing?
out today.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for
It's a
coming.
beautiful day.
It is.
And we've been waiting for a beautiful day, right?
Yes,
This
we
spring
have.
has kind of caused us a little bit of heartache as far as growing strawberries.
Yes.
Yes.
All right,
For
well,
sure.
you guys tell us a little bit, Lindsay, tell us a little bit about your farm.
Well, this is my family farm, and I grew up as a farmer's daughter. My dad was a grain farmer, and so I just always saw his love for agriculture and the way that he took pride into his work, and so I knew I wanted to do something, related to agriculture.
And so why strawberries?
Well, him and I saw that there was a demand of locally grown strawberries here in our area, so we just got into contact with a couple of producers here in Kentucky, and they've helped us along the way and, helped us where we are now, and we're thankful for their help for sure.
So how many acres of strawberries do you have?
Well, right now we have 1.5 acres. This is our 3rd year. Our first year, we had them right here, and we just had 2,000 plants, just like a 1/6 of an acre. And then last year over there was our acre patch. So then we decided to go up a little bit more this year.
Expand a little bit,
Yeah.
right? Now you guys are unique because you actually raise them on plastic instead of just in the soil.
Yes.
Now why'd you choose to do that?
It's a lot easier in some ways. How people used to do it back then, in the matted row system, you would plant in September and you wouldn't have berries for like 3 years. And so now how we do it, we have berries the following spring.
And so you plant these in the fall
Yes.
of the year,
In the
and
end
then
of
you
September.
have berries, and then do you pull them out?
Yes. Yeah, you have to move your patch because underneath the plastic would have diseases under there, so that's why we have to change out our patches.
So good management. With that plasticulture system, you guys provide water and fertilize, which is another nice thing to make sure that your crop yields a lot.
Yes.
Use a drip irrigation system that runs underneath each row of plastic. It has slits in the plastic every, I think 9 inches, which drips your moisture into your soil, and then the plastic kind of captures and keeps the moisture there, so we're not using very much water.
Now, Lindsay, where can we purchase your strawberries?
Well, we sell here at the farm, right here in that barn behind us, and we also go to the SOKY downtown farmers market. And we might be setting up another location this year, but we're not sure yet, but we'll keep everybody updated on our Facebook page.
So this year has been a little bit later for your strawberries than most years.
Yes, the weather has really, it's set us back, I'd say 2 to 3 weeks this year. We should have several of them in mid-May.
May is kind of the peak season for strawberries, right?
Yes, exactly.
Middle of May, yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of a short season. It doesn't last all summer long.
Usually it's the end of April. The last 2 years we have been doing it till about 2nd week of June or so.
So
No, it's
people
not
need
very-
to get those fresh strawberries quick.
Yes.
And so how do they find where you're selling or how many that you have?
Well, we sell here at the patch. We're here at 1188 Ms. Paul Road, near the Trans Park. And we also sell at the SOKY Downtown Farmers Market. And people can follow us on our Facebook page. We keep everybody updated, when we're open, when we're closed, when we're sold out. So that's a good place to find us on.
That's right. Definitely follow you guys on Facebook. Now, you guys are both full-time farmers, and I think
Yes.
that's so neat for a young couple, but it is unique. And so, Merritt, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Okay, well, my father and I, we have a cattle operation in Smiths Grove, Kentucky. That's what our day-to-day operation is cattle. And Lindsay and I have some on her family farm down the road in Oakland. And that's about all I do.
He acts like it. That's all I do. How many cattle do you guys have?
We have 400 cows.
400 cows. Now
Yeah.
that is a lot
It's
of
a full-time job.
Absolutely, more so. And I
Yes.
think it is so neat, and we don't find it often. But you guys are both from family farm
Yes.
operations. Why do you guys farm?
You gotta love it. I guess that's about it.
And you know, that's mostly the answers we get from farmers. It's
Yes.
because they love the lifestyle, you know, to raise their kids on the farm. And so I think that's such a neat concept, and that you guys are carrying on the tradition of the family farm.
Yes.
Have you ever sunk your teeth into a fresh local strawberry that's grown right here in Kentucky? I don't know about you guys, but it's simply refreshing and it's bursting with all kinds of flavor. And so you definitely want to check out strawberries as a specialty crop here in Kentucky, because it is absolutely amazing. You'll never want to go back to grocery store bought strawberries. So today we've got a really good recipe for you guys to see. Really simple. It's called a very berry salsa, and it's a Kentucky Proud featured recipe that combines not only strawberries but some other fruits as well. So let's get started on how to make this. You will want to start out with about 4 cups of diced apples. I really like to feature some different colors to kind of bring out the flavor and also the unique colors in this particular dish. So I've gone ahead and featured red apples and also green apples just for some nice color contrast. And so you can use finely diced is what the recipe calls for, but I like mine a little chunkier, so it's completely up to you. Next, you will have to feature those fresh local strawberries in our dish here. And you want to go ahead and take about a cup of those and dice it up. You want to make sure too that you go ahead and make sure that you wash it completely. I always like to use a strainer and fill it up with water, and then just kind of gently, as the water runs through it, go ahead and taking a paper towel to it and just kind of dampening it off. After you've gotten a cup of diced strawberries, next we're going to move on to some other brambles that you can find, and it's really unique flavors. We've got raspberries here, so we've gone ahead and taken about a cup of those, and we've just cut those in half. So you'll go ahead and add those already to the mixing bowl. I really don't think you can go wrong with either adding a little bit more to as far as cup-wise, because really you can't mess this recipe up. After you've added the raspberries, next we're going to add some nice plump juicy blackberries. I love the way blackberries taste. You can find some local blackberries that are either tart tasting if it's been a cloudy day, or if it's full sunlight, you will actually find really sweet berries. So really pretty in our mixing bowl here, especially with already our strawberries and raspberries that we've added in with the apples. Next, we're going to add about a cup of some plump blueberries. So we've washed these as well. We're just going to add about a cup. When you add the blueberries, watch out for the stems that might be attached to the berry. So just kind of watch as you wash those, you can pick those out. Now that we've gotten all of our berries mixed up properly, I'm just going to set this aside for a second, and I'm going to bring a smaller mixing bowl. And what I'm going to do is just to bring out the flavors of our berries. They're already sweet enough, but just to activate some of the juices, we're going to take about a tablespoon here of some blackberry fruit preserves. This is a great value-added product that features our berries here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take about a tablespoon of our blackberry preserves. I'm going to add it to our smaller mixing bowl. Oh, that looks so pretty already. So now I'm going to bring in about a half tablespoon of brown sugar. Go ahead and add that to the small mixing bowl. And then next I'm also going to take about a half tablespoon of some white granulated sugar. That looks pretty already. We're just going to mix that up, incorporate those ingredients together. And basically, again, this is just going to go kind of like a dressing over our very berry salsa. And after you feel pretty good about that, we're going to bring our mixing bowl back over. And then, if you like, just dump that on top of our ingredients there. I'll make sure I get all of those sugar granulars, because that way I can make sure I bring out those flavors. Oh, that looks good. Now we're going to take our spatula and just incorporate all the berries together. I can see all the freshness. I can even smell it. I know you can't smell that, but man, it's really absolutely great, all these different flavors. Very berry salsa is also great served along with some cinnamon sugar type graham crackers, and that looks really great. You can also use pita chips as well. If you'd like a copy of our recipe for Very Berry Salsa, please see our show notes as well as information for Dew Dot strawberries here in Warren County if you'd like to check them out. And please contact the local extension office in your area for more information on strawberries and how they're grown here in Kentucky. Strawberries. Strawberries. Okay,